It's your boy Buddy Rowe, the big truck trap star. Truck trapping the slab, sliding and chasing. Hey man, learning some information today, man. We got I knew the strike was coming as far as the railroads is concerned, man. I didn't know when it was coming, but they're saying December 9th they're gonna shut everything down. If truckers finally get the idea that you control your own situation, we control our own situation, because individually we nothing. Collectively we can be everything we want to be. But this requires all truckers, not just independent truckers. If company truck drivers, you want to get the pay that you feel like you deserve, here's your opportunity. If anybody wants to get what it is that they're looking for out of this business, anybody on this side of it that's actually moving these wheels, this is your opportunity. It is not. It's not up to them. It's up to us. Okay, we can decide. We can decide whether we want to get money or not. We can decide whether we want to keep spinning these wheels for nothing. These 90 cent per mile rates, like the bullshit they got coming out of Florida. $1.50, $1.60, $1.70, $2 a mile for shit. You know what I'm saying? When the cost of repairs on your truck, when anything break down, they're gonna start at $300 or $400 each one of them. If your truck get broke down, for somebody to come and pull you, they go minimum of $400 just to come out there, just to do a service call out there on you, man. We gotta stop this. We essentially are putting ourselves in position as independent contractors, especially, that we are actually working for the companies at a lesser rate than the actual drivers are when you put it all together. If you take this opportunity to strike and shut this whole thing down and put the pressure back on them to operate at a level that is conducive to us being able to be successful in business, by making them do the right things, by paying us what we are worth. Because if we don't move, nothing moves. If we do that, we can get back to business. We can get back to business. We can get back to having successful businesses. We didn't get in this and start doing this, being away from our families all the time, where everybody else clocks out and goes home. We're sleeping in these small confined quarters, being cooped up in this truck, fucking with our health and everything else. Okay, we didn't get in this just to be turning wheels. I know all of us love driving, we love traveling, got it. You know what I mean? We do. But we got in it to make money. So instead of cutting our own throats, because a lot of you guys are undercutting each other so far on these rates, on these loads, just to get loads, when it really does you no good to do it, to undercut anybody on the load. You know what I mean? You just set it up a precedent that when the next driver come along to make a bid, that the load ain't worth them paying that much money. But now here it is, you've gone. If you take a load for 600 miles and you do that shit for $1,200, after you buy fuel at, let's say, you're getting 6 miles to the gallon. Let's say you get 6 miles to the gallon. You know what I mean? That's 100 gallons of fuel, right? 6 miles to the gallon, and you do it for $1,200. Okay, so basically, you just did this load for 600 miles for $700. Okay, 600 miles for $700 is basically what you did, because you finna spend 500 at 6 miles to the gallon, $5 $5 a gallon, and you getting 6 miles to the gallon. Okay, so you're gonna need at least 100 gallons of fuel, right? That's one way. Can't get back home, so you got to pick up another load somewhere, right? What if there's no load there? What if there's no load coming back where you going? So you basically just did a round trip for almost nothing. Or you got to sit 2 days. So you're not gaining anything from it. There's no incentive for you to do that. So why do you guys keep doing this and undercutting each other on the rates? Why? Because you feel like you gaining something, and they feel like you think you gaining something. You think you in competition with me. You not. You in competition with them. The people you actually getting the load from are who you in the competition with. Because they're looking at how much money they can take off the top before they pay you anything without doing any work. Any work. You're doing all the work. But you're going to make them all the money? That makes no sense. What did you get in business for? The time is now. The time is now to strike. And the time is now to change your mind state. Stop undercutting each other on these loads. And let's go on strike and get these rates back to where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? If you out here independent contractor and you taking anything less than $3 a mile, you are shortchanging yourself. Period. There's no reason for you to take anything less than $3 a mile. None. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how many times you have to bid on it. You know what I mean? You're not gaining anything. You might as well just go and get you a forklift job and work on the dock. You can make $200 a day doing that, bro. You can make $200 a day, 10 hours, $20 an hour. Plenty of dock workers getting paid $20 an hour, easy. 10 hours a day, $20 an hour, that's $200. You work 2 days, that's $400. So basically, you done drove 600 miles and had to stay for go down for 2 days, and you made how much? $700, right? Now you got to put fuel back in your truck again to be able to leave and go somewhere else. Bro, that's the same as making money out the dock. That's the same $400. You put $300 back in your truck for fuel to go to the next motherfucking stop to pick up or deliver somewhere else, bro. That's the same $400 over the same 2 day span. And you out here killing yourself to do it, and you still got to pay insurance behind that. You still got to keep up the maintenance on your vehicle behind that. You putting yourself in a position where you're not going to make no money, man. Y'all out here undercutting each other doing this shit, man. And they know you going to do it. That's why they never offer the rates at what they supposed to be. The rate should start at $3 a mile. There's no point. And you know they can do it. You know how? Because when they get in it tight and they need somebody to move it fast, they pay whatever number you throw out there. But because you desperate as a truck driver, you desperate. You don't want to look at it from that standpoint. This is a business. But they're gambling on your desperation. That's what they do every day. They got analytics they go through and say, okay, well, on average, they'll take this and they'll take that. There's a reason why most companies don't show you the rates that they paid the year before on that same load. They go by the last 7 days, or they'll go the last 30 days or the last 90 days that somebody picked up this same load for a certain amount of money. They don't want to show you what they paid previously for these loads, or the history of the loads or the payment of these loads. They don't want to show you that. That's why they don't show you the true rate con. You never see a true rate con, what they actually charge the customer to pick up the load. And that's something else. Why don't we get transparency in this? You know what I'm saying? Why don't we get transparency in it? So that we can see what it is, what it's actually worth. But as an independent contractor, we need, especially independent contractors, hopefully company truck drivers, you guys jump in this thing too, man. Because, I mean, it affects you too. It affects you too. Your hourly rate. It affects your hourly rate. You know what I'm saying? If you're a company driver. Or your rate per mile. You know what I'm saying? If you drive like that. It affects you. Every time they're able to lowball, they're able to keep it in position where they keep doing the same thing. Which is why trucking companies have such a high turnover rate. Because they don't want to pay you. They would much rather take somebody fresh out of school and put them in a position that they can go in and just drive this truck for. I remember when I came in, it was starting at 25 cents a mile. I'm sure it's not that now. But the mileage pay would be much different. You know what I'm saying? If you guys stopped. But as long as you keep running it, there's no incentive for them to pay you more. As long as independent contractors keep running these loads for these prices, there's no incentive for them to do anything different. They will be more than happy to keep raping you because that's exactly what's happening. Okay? They are taking the money off the top and throwing crumbs to you for doing the whole job. They do none of it. They do none of the job. Without you, the people in those offices and those buildings, without you, have no job. They have no job. Their business is incumbent on you. It's predicated on you. Actually, you doing it. Their business is predicated on you doing it. 99% of the people in those offices, man, in those companies don't have a CDL. %99 of them. 99% of them have never driven a truck. We got to change this. We got to change the thought process. We got to change the thought process of ourselves. The only way we can prosper out here and we can get back to getting money the way it's supposed to be got in this particular industry for the reason that we got in it, to be able to set up a company and be able to. And most of you guys at this point can't even hire an employee because the profits from it gonna have to go all to the driver. The truck won't get any, or you won't get any, because the rest of the money got to go back to the truck for maintenance. So, the opportunity is out here for us to go on strike. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. And stop taking these fucking low-ass rates. Stop. You're not just hurting me. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting every other truck driver out here when you do it. If we all refuse these loads, man, and not take them for these rates, man, they're going to have to sit there on the dock till they come back to the table with something that's going to work. That's it. It don't move without you. Nothing moves without you. If you don't take it, nothing happens. It sits there. And they lose money. They lose money. When the loads don't move, they lose money. When the loads don't move, they lose contracts. You think they want to pay you or lose the contract? But they got the mentality of a woman. And this ain't negative. You know what I'm saying? What one motherfucker won't do, another one will. Okay? What one won't do, another one will. And that's the way they treating us. So, understand the game, understand what's happening, and put yourself in position to be prosperous. The only way we can do that is if we strike, because it's going to take a collective. And individually, our small companies are not big enough to make an impact individually. So just because you don't take it, don't mean you did anything good. You know what I'm saying? We all have to get to this mindset that, okay, we are not going to take this. We are not going to do this. And at some point, we need to come up with an independent truckers union. Some kind of way to be able to do this where we have an independent truckers union. That's all I got for y'all, man. I'll get back at y'all in a minute, man. This your boy Buddy Rowe, man. The big truck trap star. Truck trapping and slab sliding and chick chasing, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be striking if I'll be striking. You know what I'm saying? I'll be striking. Y'all come on out here and go with me, man. I'll let y'all in a minute.